What's up, y'all? It's Miles the Millennial.
And it's your boy Rex Howard Jr.
And this is Let's Talk Like Men, the podcast where we have real conversations about real topics, giving real advice to men like you everywhere. And we're back again with another episode. It has been a long time. It's been about
Boy,
a month and a half, 2 months. Rex, what you been up to, man?
man, working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Letting God do his thing. Working with my morning mastery. We hit our 1 year
Yes,
anniversary.
man.
Absolutely amazing. I've been able to travel a lot more. I went
Yeah.
to Mexico to celebrate my 30th. Went to Arizona for one of my guys' bachelor party. Just went to Atlanta for a retreat.
Man.
So definitely been blessed to travel a lot more. Have a lot of things up my sleeve. Moved into a new complex. So, man, God has been working and it's been very, very busy, but it's been good.
I'm seeing so much growth, man. Just talking with you and seeing everything that you've been working towards for years. This is your season of just elevation,
Yeah.
of reaping, and I love that for you, man.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
happy for you,
Appreciate what you
man.
got going on, brother.
Man, the Lord has been putting me to work. I've been asking for it. I've been looking for it, and I'm excited to have security in my finances, being able to plan and forecast what I want to do with my money. And I'm in that season of sowing seeds right now,
Yeah.
right? I'm in that sowing seed season. I've had reaping for a while, but I had to go into a little dark time. I had to go into the wilderness
Come
a little
on now.
bit. But now it's my time to actually be able to sow some more seeds so that way I can get into my next harvest and continue to elevate and continue to grow. But I am so grateful, man. I'm continuing to get closer with God. I'm continuing to get closer in my walk, man. And so I don't have any complaints, and I actually feel very fortunate and blessed.
Man, that's amazing. So let me ask you this before we get too deep.
Yeah,
Um, you know, how's your heart been?
my heart. From what perspective?
Just in general, man. Like your approach to life, your approach to relationship, your heart for the work that you've been doing, your heart for God. Like, where's your heart been? How's your heart been?
At a place where I think I'm at a new crossroads of saying, like, all right, are you going to go to the next level with it? Right. I think that one thing for me is I'm like a sprinter in terms of like my walk or in terms of just how I move in life.
Yeah.
It's spurts and I'll go really far in a short distance in a short amount of time, but then I also will take steps back due to inconsistency
Yeah.
or doubt or whatever, right? And so I think over this past year, I have elevated in my spirituality and my growth with God to such a profound degree that I have never seen before. And I've gotten really knowledgeable, really just open and honest and deep with my faith. But then I realized, like, oh man, bro, you're still just scratching the surface on this thing.
Yeah.
And there's another level to this. Are you ready to go there? And so, literally, just last night, having conversations with God about, I want you to take me there. Like, I'm willing and ready to go to this next level of wherever you want to take me on this walk and opening myself up for the Holy Spirit, man. And so, that's just it's a tough place to be because every time you grow with God, you get put in some convicting moments and you got to make decisions about
Yeah.
what you're going to do, right? And being able to talk to God and get clarity on those decisions and then walk in faith in them is the best feeling ever, bro.
Man, yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. That's good.
How's your heart?
Man, my heart, I've had
You've asked that question but haven't been asked it.
no, 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 no. I was just thinking too fast.
Gotcha.
The thing that's been on my heart is slow me down,
Hmm.
right? One of my mentors sent me that song. I forgot who's it by, but it's
Chaw Weems or something like
yeah,
that.
just
Yeah.
slow me down. And ultimately, what that means for me is like when I look around now, bro. I wake up. I'm in a two-story apartment,
Yeah.
right? More space than I've ever had personally. Um, my lady's good. My dog is good. I'm working from home, but sometimes I have my clients meet me at the clubhouse and I'm out by the pool
Yeah.
having sessions. And then I'm walking the property at night when I'm walking my dog and I'm like, I'm sitting in answered prayers.
Hmm.
Right. There was a time when I used to sit in my one bedroom, 637 square foot apartment. Like, I just can't wait till I get something bigger. I can't wait till my dog got more space. I can't wait till I don't feel so crowded and my lady can have her own closet. And now I'm in it.
Mm.
Right. And typically our mind to go to what's next. But I'm in that season of slow down and
Yeah.
appreciate this.
Yeah.
Like, truly appreciate this, even when it comes to like my faith. Rex, stop trying to read the full Bible like back to back. No,
Mhm.
how about you slow down and really understand the scripture, really understand how you can apply it to your life, how you can help somebody else out with it. And even at the office, right? I was like, all right, God, like put me in a position to make as much money as possible.
Mhm.
Told y'all back in June, I hit my biggest month.
Yeah.
But then I realized I don't want to work.
That much. That's a lot of time.
It's just like I have to understand my own personal capacity.
Yeah.
So with me doing that, I'm like, all right, God, just slow me down.
Yeah.
Allow for me to appreciate my clients. Allow for me to appreciate where I am. Allow for me to learn how to steward my capacity well. Because you show me what it looks like to reach success. You show me what it looks like to be able to travel. You show me what it looks like to be able to transform the lives of individuals and also to change my heart. But also, don't allow for me to be so forward thinking that I forget to be present.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's exactly where my heart is. I'm just like, I'm in a good space. I'm feeling good. I'm kind of at peace, but I'm in that space. I'm just like, all right, God, just slow me down.
That's so good, bro. And the reality is, you're moving from a space of always trying to achieve to a space of trying to experience, enjoy, and just sit in this stuff. And I think that what that creates is a mindset of gratitude.
Yep.
And when you have a mindset of gratitude, the Lord can bless you with more and he can trust you
Yep.
with more because he knows you appreciate it and you'll do right by it. Right.
Absolutely.
When we're always so focused, like, man, I gave you this blessing you've been asking for 5 years and you already asking me for something else. Be grateful, man.
Be
Like
grateful.
experience this and treat it well. Be a good steward.
Yep.
And that's even with this podcast, us being good stewards of the people that we've been blessed with. We're
Yep.
50,000 plus strong. I don't even know if we've announced that.
Bro, we
Shout out to
haven't.
all of y'all, man. 50,000 plus subscribers, followers across our platforms, man.
Yep.
It's a blessing to have every single one of y'all here. Um, and we can't wait to take y'all to the next level. So, without further ado, man,
Hey, let's
let's
talk
talk
about
like
that,
men.
man. But listen, before we get started, we do have to celebrate 50,000.
Yeah.
Um, I thought to myself, I've known this brother for a long time. We've been recording for a very long time. I was like, I've never gotten him a gift before. So I got you something,
You
big
got
dog.
me a gift.
I got you something, big dog.
Oh, you didn't.
Podcast family got him a gift.
Bro, this is so thoughtful and intentional. Do you want me to open this
Yeah,
right
check it
now?
out, brother.
That's crazy. Y'all, look at it. Look, he wrapped it all nice and stuff. Wrote my name.
Yeah.
Lord, you wrote this.
Nah, come on, brother. I'm a creative gentleman. You just pull it from
The
the front.
handwriting look good.
Yeah, and pull it from the front.
From the front. Okay. Let me get it out.
It's from the front lip.
Wait. Oh,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. And he got me right. Wait,
Yeah. Yeah.
you for real?
Yeah.
Bro, I'd be honored.
Let's do it.
Bro, I'd be honored. Oh my God.
Let's do it.
Y'all, I'm gonna be a groomsman.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Yes,
Got the
sir.
stogie.
Yes,
Oh
sir. Hey,
man.
Shay's got
The
the name on the
shades.
side. Yeah, the groomsman on the side.
Bro, this is dope. Look, y'all know I can't see without these glasses, but I'm gonna put them on for the rest of this episode.
Let's do it. Oh, yeah.
I can't see man. I can't wait. This is incredible, y'all. If y'all can't see this, the ones that are listening, Rex got me this groomsman box.
Yeah,
Basically, he just asked me to be one of his
yeah.
groomsmen in his wedding, man.
One
You want me
last
to
piece.
read the
Yep.
card?
Yep.
And he got me some
You
Doves Mint Care. Hey,
yeah.
clutch. I'm big on this, so you
Yes,
know.
sir.
Read this.
Yes, sir. So we're just like while he's reading it, man, it's just like when you think about the type of men you want standing behind you on that day, you think about solid guys, guys that are dependable, guys that are loyal, guys that are committed to their partners, guys that you would feel comfortable with your partner calling, guys that you would feel comfortable calling, hey man, I'm struggling. Hey man, I need prayer. Hey man, I'm, this or that's going on. Hey, I need you to come check in on so and so. And you know that they got your back. So when I think about the guys and I was doing my lineup, I was like, you know what, my boy got to be a part of it.
Rex, that means the world, bro. And this letter is so heartfelt.
Yes, sir.
I thank you. And I
Already.
honor you. I honor you and your wife, man. Like, and I'm gonna make sure I do right.
Most definitely.
I,
I'm
I I'm
already
I'm up
knowing.
for the challenge and the accountability that comes with this. So
Yes, sir. Let's
thank you,
do it.
man.
Already.
Thank you. All right, y'all. I'm trying to collect my emotions right now because this is really special, man. But let me lock in, Lord. Give me the strength.
Let's do it.
Focus. All right. So today's episode is actually very fitting that we're starting with
I'm
this
gonna put it over
episode
here.
because today's episode, we don't know what we're gonna title it per se, But I will tell you what the sentiment behind it is, and I'll let Rex go a little bit deeper into it.
Yeah.
But think of the concept as something like this. Why did you get married?
Yeah.
Right? So, Rex, I want you to explain to them because you came with the idea for this episode. What you're referring to when we talk about why did you get married?
Absolutely. So when I thought about this concept, right, it takes me back to the men I've been working with for a year. It takes me to the men I worked with in my office. And I've noticed two different things, right? There's that one side of men that get married because they feel pressure from their partner.
Hmm.
They feel like, you know what? We've been together for years. We've
Yeah.
been living together. We got a couple kids together. Why not?
Hmm.
Right? This is the next best thing. And then you have the other side of men that say, God, I want you to show me who my wife is,
Yeah.
right? And then they wait on God to heal their heart so they can prepare themselves for their future wife. And when God shows them who their wife is, they view them different, they treat them different, they view the covenant different. So like you have those two different sides.
Yeah.
And I see two different type of outcomes that come from both. So when I was taking my walk this morning, I was thinking about like what would be the best way to start back the podcast after a month and a half of being off. I was
Yeah.
like, you know what, this would be a great way.
I love it, man. That's gonna be good. That actually gives me an idea for another episode being married versus being a husband,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like the responsibilities, right? Um, But yeah, man, that's gonna be good, bro. But as soon as I heard you bring up this topic, I'm like, oh yeah, we got plenty to talk about this
yeah,
because I think we both have either seen it, witnessed it, gone through it, or even in my preparation phase for
yeah,
that, me having to rewire my brain because, as some of you know, and those who are new, I didn't get into my relationship with the concept of being this 100% faithful, locked in man. I had to learn and submit while I was in it,
yeah,
right? And so Rex took a different approach when he was at a level of maturity where he knew he needed to be single.
yeah,
That wasn't me. But I have grown to a point now to where me and him are on the same page in terms of what it means to be a partner, what it means to be a father, a husband, all these different things, and a man of God. So this is gonna be great because I think that we can give two different perspectives,
yeah,
but hit on the exact same point and purpose behind what it means to actually want to be married for the right reasons and
yeah,
being led by God versus doing it for the wrong reasons.
absolutely.
So Rex, you want to go first, or you
Yeah.
want me to
So,
go first?
how about you go first, and which approach you want to go from first, from the perspective of doing it for the right way, or
Mhm. I'm gonna put it in both my in my point. I'll talk about both of them.
bad, say
All
less.
right, cool. So when you do it for the wrong reasons, right? When you do it just for her, just to make her happy, just to satisfy what she's been asking for, right? You do it to get it over with.
Mm,
But when you do it for God, you do it to get started.
yeah. Mm, let's talk about it.
So think about it. A lot of people see the proposal and the wedding and signing that certificate as okay, I'm getting this over with because she been asking for it for the longest. I'm tired of hearing her nag. We've been together X amount of years and everybody's telling us we need to get married. So let me go ahead and get this over with so people will leave me alone.
Yeah,
So she'll be happy and she won't bother me no more about this. She'll be satisfied every time she look at that ring, every time she think about her wedding day, we'll be good to go. She won't have nothing to complain about.
yeah,
You're just trying to get it over with.
yeah,
You're getting to a point, this is the finish line to you for you to be able to walk into a life of having no more problems and not having to worry about none of this anymore. But when you're doing it for God, what you're doing is you're saying, I am about to start something new. The what does it say? She will leave her family and
yeah,
the two will become one,
yeah,
right? So you're about to start something new. Your new family, your new covenant, your new entire being, because you two in the eyes of God are one person. Somebody pointed out to me that in the book of Job, right? When the devil tries to harm Job and God tells him, you can take everything from him, but you cannot take his life.
man.
You know who got to stay?
Oh,
His wife.
mm,
Why did everybody else in his family get killed? He lost all his children. He lost every single animal he owned, all his possessions,
yeah,
but his wife was still alive. Because in the eyes of God, your wife and husband, when they marry together in a
one
covenant,
flesh.
they are one. So
That's
to
good.
touch her and to kill her would be to touch Job,
That's good.
right? And so it's the same concept. You are starting something new in the eyes of God. And so when you're walking by the right things and you're choosing to get married for the right reasons, you're looking at what I'm about to get started. I'm about to get started in a new level of service.
Yeah,
I'm about to get started in a new level of commitment. I'm about to get started in a new level of spirituality. I'm about to get started in a new phase of life that's going to continue to grow to the day one of us dies and then some. It's time to build. This is the base level, and it's only going up from here. And it's going to take some work, but you're signing up to start, to get to the work, to put your hands to the plow and get to it. Versus when you're doing it just to please her and for the wrong reasons, you're just doing this to get it over with so that people will leave you alone and she won't have nothing else to say.
Gee willikers. Now let me ask you this. Do you know any people in your life that have that personal story?
Absolutely, dude. I know so many men. I know a lot of men who are not happy that they are married.
Yeah,
And they did it simply because they felt like they were just supposed to do it,
yeah.
right? It was time. That's some of their excuse. We had been together long enough, or we had kids already. So I wanted to make her an honest woman. So I went and did this, right? Or I'm doing this because she's demanding this, and if I don't do it, she's gonna leave me. She says that by year 2 or year 3 or year 4, I need to be married, and if I'm not married by that time, and we doing this for the wrong reasons. Nobody sat there and asked, "Is this God's timing?
Yep,
Is God telling you that you're ready to be a married man?
yep.
Is God telling her that she's ready to be a married woman? Or is culture, is the world, is friends, family telling her that because you're at this age, at this time, at this level of income, it makes sense?" But God's logic is not the world's logic, right? God's timing is not the world's timing. And I see those men and what happens after a point of time, and I won't go too deep on it because it's a part of my other points. All you see in them is misery, resentment, and regret
Yep,
versus a man who did it because he truly wanted to be a husband for the right reasons to serve. He signed up for doing life with the person,
yep,
not just being around each other for life.
yep,
That person moves different. Their energy is different. It doesn't mean they don't have some of the same things that annoy them or stress them out about marriage, but the difference is their approach.
yep.
One man walks in defeat, the other man walks in assuredness and faith and victory that I'm working towards something that's going to get better and it's worth it.
Man, that's really good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Man, okay, so let's talk about mine.
Yeah. Let's get it. Your point on.
I'm gonna say my topic and I'm gonna tell a story.
Okay.
A man that's getting married for her,
Mhm.
right, has this complacent, lackluster type of effort and behavior,
Mhm.
right? Perfect example. Have a guy that stepped into my office. He was like, Rex, my lady's been pushing me to get married, right? Um, it's been time. We have 2 kids together. We've been living together for a couple of years. And I asked him, "What are you expecting to change
Mm.
after I do?" He was like, "What you mean?"
Mm.
So what are you expecting to change? Are you expecting her behavior to change? Are you expecting her the roles to shift a little bit, more of a responsibility? He was like, "Oh no, I mean, I was thinking everything was going to change, right?" So in other words, a man that is marrying her because of her is simply saying the only thing is changing is the ring on her finger.
Mhm.
Nothing about my behavior, right?
Mhm.
But a man that is marrying her to honor God and honor covenant is saying I have to consistently become more,
Yeah.
right? I have to become a better provider, not just financially, but spiritually
Yeah.
and emotionally, and put a lot of sweat equity into this relationship. I have to be there for her when it comes to her family. There's a different type of role that I have to step into,
Mhm.
right? And he realizes that, like you said before, this isn't the end. This is just the beginning.
Mm.
I have to consistently learn who
Mm.
she is. I have to consistently learn how to serve her. I have to consistently sacrifice and put my pride aside and put my wants and desires aside to make sure the family, the unit, the covenant is being taken care of.
Yeah.
There's a different type of approach.
Yeah.
The man that is marrying her for God realizes this is a much greater responsibility than just changing the ring on her finger.
Yeah.
He realizes I'm changing the name. I'm taking her from her family,
Mhm.
right? The two becomes one.
Mhm.
I now have a responsibility to love her like Christ loved the church.
That's powerful.
And that's a huge responsibility. And if
Mm.
you break it down like that to a lot of men, it becomes too risky,
Mhm.
right? It becomes way too risky. And but that's another topic. That's
Yeah.
another.
Do you think that it also becomes too scary for them when they think about how serious that is and they maybe never thought about it to be that serious?
Oh, absolutely. And let me tell you how I know. God put it in my heart when I was in Mexico to do exercise for my retreat.
Mhm.
Called it the covenant ring.
Mhm.
Part of this exercise, I got all the guys in a circle. Is 8 guys that was there, and out of the 8, only 2 of them were married.
Mhm.
So I said, "All right, guys, we're about to have a serious moment, and with this moment, I just want to pray us in to make sure that we're good, to make sure that we're locked in." I said, "But I'm going to hand you something that is small in size, but has so much weight to it."
Mm.
And I bought them all a ring,
Mm.
right? And I said, "Do me a favor, put this on your ring finger." And I asked 4 questions. Question number one: what does this feel like? Brother said, "Oh, this feels like a major responsibility. This feels scary. This feels foreign. This feels like something I'm not ready for.
Mm.
Feels like something I'm not healed enough for.
Mm.
This feels like something that I never expected for myself.
Mm.
Second question, um, how do you plan on honoring God in your covenant with this ring on? A lot of brothers said, "Well, how do I think about something that I'm not yet?" And I was just like, "How else would you do it?"
Yeah.
I said, "That's the problem. A lot of men go into things not realizing or not putting themselves in that position or in their thought process or with the right mindset. They just go into it as like, this just the next best thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot more than that."
Mhm.
Number three, what's stopping you from having this? Brother's like,
Mm.
"Bro, it's too risky for me.
Mhm.
I'm scared of it. I've never seen it before. What happens if I fail? Because I'm a perfectionist." And then the last question was, what do you want people to think when they see you with it on? And they were just like, a lot it was like, I want them to say, like, wow, if he could get married, if he could go from where he was
Mm.
to where he is now, then I know I can do it as well. So I say all that to say, brothers, a lot of brothers are scared of it
Yeah.
because it's so unknown.
Yeah.
And I said, that's the reason why you lean on God and not your own understanding, because
Mhm.
there's always a blueprint.
Yes.
You didn't know what it was going to feel like to drive for the first time until you did it,
Yeah.
to your first kiss until you did it,
Yeah.
intercourse for the first time, but you did it,
Yeah.
right? Taking a test for the first time, but you did it, betting on games, but you did it.
Mm.
Everything is risky, but we just got to decide, what are we willing to put our risk on?
Yeah. That's good, bro. That was a great story, man.
Yeah, I
I'm
appreciate it.
telling y'all, if you are not a part of the Morning Men's Mastery group, bro, and you're not working with Rex, look at what you're missing out on, dude.
Come on now, we're here, baby.
Nobody is out here building like that, building men to be leaders, be building men to be better men of God, building men to be better husbands and fathers. Like
Yeah,
doing this every day for a year. You're gonna be a part of year two.
come
You're
on
gonna
now.
get started.
Let's
Stop
go.
playing with yourself. Stop playing with your future.
I'm telling you, what you got for your point too, brother.
Point number two, doing it for her may keep her happy in the moment. But when the newness of marriage wears off, you are going to be stuck in a dysfunctional house and be filled with resentment,
Mm,
right? When you do it for her, it kind of feeds off of point number one, where you're doing it to get it over with, to get her
yep,
happy, satisfied, right? You may have a happy woman in that moment, but you see, doing it for God will make you question your discernment,
mm,
will make you ask him for his input on the situation. Is this the person you want me with? God, give me a sign
yep,
that we can make this thing work together. I know we ain't functional right now, but can we become it? Is there any hope, or am I playing myself? Are
yep,
we playing each other? Right? But when you don't put God into it, and when God is not the main factor as to why and what and who you're choosing, you end up in a situation where you get her happy because she got what she wanted in
yeah,
that moment. But the woman she was before, my pops told me, he said, whatever woman she is before, don't expect. Now, if she changes, all for the better.
yeah,
Do not expect that she is going to become something that she has not shown you she can be.
yep,
If she has never shown you the ability to grow,
yeah,
don't expect her to become somebody that's growth minded. If she has never shown you the ability to be accountable and actually keep herself in a certain space of wisdom and knowledge and expectation that she needs to improve herself, don't expect to see her change.
yep,
If you haven't seen these things beforehand, she may be happy and acting right in that moment. And some women will even play the part to get that ring.
yep,
Some women will even act all these type of ways that they're going to be this type of woman because they know what you're looking for. And then as soon as they get their ring and they got what they wanted, now they're different. That's why you got to ask for God's discernment, because when you have spiritual discernment, you can see the difference between somebody who is walking with that darkness inside them, with
yep,
that demon inside them, and they're playing you. You can discern the spirit behind the action. But when you don't have any spiritual connection to God and when you're not seeking Him in all your ways, what ends up happening is you can fall victim to a wolf in sheep's clothing, man.
quick,
That stuff is going to tear you apart every single time, man. And you will constantly accept the excuses. You'll constantly accept the wrong things just because you think, oh, well, if I give her what she wants, we're going to be good to go. She going to be happy and we won't have these problems. No, you're going to be a miserable man.
yep,
You're going to have a dysfunctional home because you never even thought to improve on the things that y'all needed to before y'all said, I do.
yep,
Right? I saw Kirk Franklin. He said something powerful. Even when you talk about temptation, a lot of men's first time ever trying to be faithful is when they say I do, when they get into the marriage, right? Think about even the concept, and this something we ain't doing, Rex.
yeah,
I'm letting you know now. I know you weren't gonna do it anyway,
yeah,
because I know the type of man you are.
yeah,
And I've said this to all my guys, like, bro, I'm telling y'all straight up, we ain't doing no bachelor party type stuff, bringing those strippers up in the room.
yeah,
No.
I would,
What are you telling me that I'm about to walk into a covenant of faithfulness in 24 hours, but the night before,
I'm
I'm finna have
wilding.
strippers dancing on me and I'm living in my lesson. We calling this your last two raw? No, no, no. The last two raw, my flesh died a long time ago before I said I do.
Yeah,
It should have.
yeah.
And so that's what ends up happening. You doing it for all the wrong reasons. You doing everything out of order, and that just leads to dysfunction. And so you get to a marriage, and then you did it for all the wrong reasons, and you trying to do all the right things now. Mm-mm. Two people can't just change their behavior because they said I do to something. It takes time.
Yeah.
Even when you choose to walk with God, your spirit may be renewed, but your soul still holds on to the same behaviors, the same memories, the same thought patterns. It takes time for your soul to be renewed. It takes time for you to be delivered from things. So if you can't even just choose God and your soul become new, what makes you think that a person is going to become new when y'all get before God and say I do? Do it for the wrong reasons, doing it just so you can keep her happy. Watch what happens in the long run. You're gonna have a bunch of resentment. You're gonna have a bunch of dysfunction.
What he said. But no, that's actually really good. And we see it all too often.
Yeah.
We get the comments on the page,
Mm.
right? Especially on TikTok, the women are saying, "Hey, man, I wish I put this on his page, not mine."
Man, what?
Right?
They favorite comment.
Right. And fellas, this is a call to action. What you gonna do? How you gonna do it? Are you gonna be serious or you're not gonna be serious? So to go into my next point, the difference for me, a man that's gonna marry for her won't have the same type of convictions that a man that's gonna marry for God,
Oh, Rex.
right? Let's talk about it.
Come on.
Let's talk about it. So from the godly perspective, I realize I have to honor my marriage,
Mm,
right? I have to be mindful of what I put my eyes on.
mm,
Got to be mindful of my thoughts.
mm.
Got to be mindful of what comes out of my mouth. And I have to be mindful of what I let enter my heart,
Yeah.
right? What it says, the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. So if there's a lot of resentment, there's a lot of lust, there's a lot of hate, if there's a lot of self-loathing, if there's a lot of that, then I will never speak life into my marriage,
Mhm,
into my partner.
mm.
When sickness or health comes, what am I going to do then?
Yeah.
How am I going to show up then? Right? I'm going to be convicted when my heart isn't in the right place. That's going to make me turn to Miles. Hey, Miles, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, brother. I'm struggling right now.
Yeah.
Like I'm having flashback. I'm having memories. Like
Yeah.
I've been being tested,
Yeah.
and that's an opportunity for you to show it for me in a way. Hey, man, tighten up.
Yep.
Whether we're gonna pray together, we're gonna look at some scripture together, we're gonna call the guys together, and we're gonna make something happen.
Yep.
Or you may start asking me questions. Get your lady to go talk to my lady to make sure we're on point. But let's switch it up a little bit. What happens when God ain't in it?
Mm,
What happens when I'm not convicted?
mm.
Right? I think it may be cool to go to the club with the guys and swap it out with Shorty and do everything but get her number.
Yep.
I think it may be cool to start liking everything on social media,
Yep.
just as long as my lady don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it may be cool to entertain things for way longer in my mind, in my heart, put my eyes on things for way longer. I'm not as convicted because I don't have nothing pull. I'm not held responsible to anybody,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Only thing I got to worry about is my partner not finding out.
Yep.
But the guys will know,
Yeah.
right? My pops probably will know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that right there is a huge difference. One side of things, you're going to be convicted by your actions, by your behaviors, by your thoughts, by your beliefs, even by the things you think about.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of things, there's the convictions aren't there that much.
That's bro, that's so real. And I think the reason why is because when you in sin, the devil got you. Right? When you walking with him, why would you feel like you being tested? Why would you
Come on
feel
now.
like you going through a trial? You in the midst of it. You choosing it. It's always comfortable. If you laying in the bed with the devil, he don't gotta try you.
Nothing.
You gonna make the choice for him. Right? And let's be honest, we men of God, but Rex is saying these things for a real reason because we both have experienced
Yeah.
everything he's talking about, every conviction that he's talking about.
Yeah.
And it's not something that just stops. This is an active daily battle for your soul and for your spirit. Like you have to choose. The Bible says that the flesh is weak, but the spirit is willing.
Yeah.
Right? If your flesh is weak, that means on a daily basis you get tested in different ways.
Yeah.
And you have to ask yourself and look at yourself because you know God is watching you. But if it was just up to you to make the decision, right? If only you would know. Or if it was just about keeping it from her, just making sure that she's not disappointed and not hurting her. When that's the only thing you're held accountable to, if that was what was going to keep you and make you do the right thing, then you would have been did the right things.
Yep.
Why is it that you still not doing right now?
Yep.
It's because that's not enough, right? It's not enough for you to just say, I'm gonna do right by man because I got to keep man happy.
Yep.
What's gonna please God? Who am I submitted to? Who am I following? What is the choice about where I want to be? Right. And so you're spot on with that, man, because the second you really get in line with God and say, God, I'm gonna choose you, you're gonna start feeling convicted about everything because guess what? You have accepted a life that you are not living just yet. And so every area that is not in alignment is gonna get called out. And
100%.
they may not all get called out all at once.
And exposed
I'm
quick.
I'm learning slowly but surely. It's a new level to everything, and that's the other part about it. You'll grow more when you're doing
Yep.
it for the right reason. You will grow in your relationship. If you're a man and you're in a place where you are stagnant in the way that you have been in your relationship with your woman for any sustained period of time, you are not being led by God in the way you need to,
Yeah.
because God is going to continue to push you to grow with that woman to the day you die, because your marriage is one of the best examples of how God works and how Christ can transform things,
Yep.
how he can redeem people, how he can save. Your marriage is supposed to be an example of how God loves us,
Yep.
right? And if God is in that marriage, then he'll move through you. He's going to move through her. And if you have not seen any growth in the way that you apologize to each other, in the way you take accountability to each other, in the ways that you
Mhm.
become more cognizant and careful with each other, in the ways that you prop each other up, if you have not become any better at that, then I think you need to take a step back and focus on getting the spirit right behind you as the man. So that way the spirit can get right with her too,
Yep.
and it can flow in your relationship the right way so you can get back on a path to growth. He is not lying to you. Your convictions will be strong.
Yep.
If you ain't been convicted and you've been treating your wife the same way for X amount of years,
Over with.
how you walking with God?
Can't be.
Because ain't no man walking so perfect to where they ain't had nothing to be convicted by in the last year, 2 years, 3 years
Yep.
with their wife. I promise you something. You done got mad when you shouldn't have got mad. You done been a little rude when you shouldn't have been that rude. You done looked at something too long. We shouldn't have looked at something as long as you did.
Yep.
Come on, man. Let's stop lying to each other about it. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You mentioned when your spirit's not right, sometimes you need to take a step back and
Yeah.
get it right. Can you give an example of what that could
Hmm.
potentially look like?
Hmm. So, prime example. You think just because certain things are permissible does not mean that they're healthy for you, right?
100%.
Just because God
Talk
allows
Bible.
you to do certain things does not mean that you personally should be doing it. We're talking about convictions, right?
Yep.
So let's talk about alcohol.
Mhm.
Something that you can do. You can drink. Jesus drank in the Bible. Like,
Yeah.
wasn't a problem. I was even reading a part of the Bible where they said the Pharisees would say that he gets drunk and acts this way, which we know he wasn't getting drunk, but you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? They would use these different things to try and say to discredit Jesus because he drank, right? Wasn't in a wrong way. He always kept himself in a sober mind, but the point of the matter is drinking is permissible.
Yeah.
But for certain people, who you become when you drink
Ah,
puts you in some spaces. Rex, you've talked about that before. What you say
100%.
is something in the bottom of that bottle when you get to a certain point that make you say F it,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's the truth. And so what I mean by taking a step back is when you realize that you've been going on a certain thought pattern and it's connected to a certain area, it may be okay for everybody else to, when y'all go out to dinner, go have some drinks, or for the guys to go to the sports bar and drink a little bit, or for everybody to come over to watch the game and
Yep.
and pop some brews. Like that may be a little cool for everybody.
Yep.
But taking a step back means me sitting there and saying and looking at myself and having a conversation with God saying, who I am when I get some alcohol in my system is not somebody that I like.
Yeah.
I become way more lustful. I become way more aggressive. I become a version of myself that is not correct and proper in the eyes of God. It's not respectful to my wife. It's not respectful to my kids. It's not a good example. And it leaves me feeling bad the morning after knowing what I thought, did, or said. Right? Taking a step back means, okay, maybe I can't go to these places anymore. And I need to, instead of going to the spaces where they're going to tempt me with alcohol, I need to stay in this house and I
Yep.
need to get close with God. Maybe instead of going to the football game on Sunday where I know it's going to get real hectic, real wild, real fun, real quick, and I don't have that type of self control, I need to go to church instead. I
Yep.
need to spend some time with God, right? Taking a step back means maybe me and my wife don't need to go out as much because going out probably ain't our the focus that we need to have right now. We need to
100%.
have some internal intimacy. We don't need to distract ourselves with things on the external. We need to be focused on the little minute stuff that's going on at home.
Yeah,
Taking a step back just simply means what things do I need to remove because they are not putting me in the right place to lead and be the man that I'm supposed to be? And what things do I need to focus and go deeper in and replace with so that way I can grow?
that's fruit. Yes, sir.
It's
That's
fruit.
good. That's real
So,
good. What you got for your third point?
point number three, man. It's a good one right here. When you do it for her, you are inherently submitted to the wrong thing.
Mm,
You are submitted to pleasing man,
mm,
not pleasing God. And you can't lead if you are led by what pleases man because man is never satisfied
mm.
and man is always changing.
Yeah.
But Hebrews 14:8 says Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today
And
and tomorrow.
yeah,
And what pleases God is faith,
yeah,
right? And so, as a man, if you're leading, right, to be led by the right thing, to be led by God, if we're going to get deeper on this, and to please God is faith. Well, you have to have put your faith in God that He's going to lead you properly. If I'm choosing to submit to God, what I'm saying is, God, I trust you that your leadership is better than any leadership I could ever do on my own.
yeah,
Right. And that's supposed to be the divine orders for me to be submitted to God, my wife to be submitted to me, and our children to be submitted to us. Right. But if I'm focused on her, what I'm submitted to is her.
yeah.
I'm submitted to her flesh. I'm submitted to her desires. I'm submitted to her emotions. And that always changes. Any given day, she could want breakfast this morning at 2, and I think I got it down. And the next day, she don't want to eat at all. And she
Yeah,
pissed off at me because I didn't pick up on the signals.
yeah.
Right?
Easy.
The thing about who you're choosing to be submitted to is man has no code, man has no structure. Man chooses what they want on any given day. Flesh is weak,
Yeah,
right? And so when I'm choosing God, God has precepts. God has very clear statutes that we are to live by. God, the God of, as they say in the Bible all the time, the God of Abraham, Jacob, and Isaac,
yeah,
is the exact same God of today.
yeah,
So what he wants is the same thing today as he wanted 1,000 years ago from a man in a marriage. And when you can be submitted to that, and when you're in that order, it actually gives you something to hold yourself accountable to.
yeah,
It gives you a vision of who you can become. But when you're not led by the right things and you focus on just pleasing your woman all day and every day, brother, I'm telling you, you're running a race and you're running it backwards, bro.
yeah,
You will never reach that goal. And no woman, if we being real, no woman wants a man that's totally focused on just pleasing her.
yeah.
That is unattractive. You're a pushover. You want to go ahead? Go ahead and interject.
What I was gonna say is, if you find yourself doing everything to please her, you're also gonna be in a position to put yourself to thinking that you're not good enough,
Yeah.
right? You're gonna feel like I've tried this, I've tried
Hmm.
that, right? Like you said earlier, one day she gonna want one thing, the next day she gonna want something different.
Yep.
My lady, when she's on her period, is different than when she's not on her
Hmm.
period.
Hmm.
My lady, when she's sick, is different when she's not sick.
Yep.
My lady, when she's grieving, is different when she's not grieving,
Yep.
right? When you're pregnant, you have your appetite changes, your mood changes.
Yep.
So it's almost like it'll never be enough
Exactly.
if that's your focus.
Exactly. Let me say something real
Go
quick.
ahead.
You know what it becomes?
What's that?
You're focused on your performance, not your purpose.
Come on now.
That's what that becomes. I'm a performance focused man,
Yeah,
right? How did I show up today and grade on the grade scale? That's not what you need to be focused on.
yeah,
What is my purpose? Purpose will lead to results.
yeah,
If you are consistent in purpose, you will get profit, you will get performance, you will get all those things. But when I'm a man focused on performing, I'll never be enough.
yeah.
I'm always coming up short. I always feel inadequate. I always feel like I got to keep up with the Joneses. You can't lead your family financially doing that.
Dang.
Can't lead your family at all because it's going to always be about what's going to make her happy. Well, what happens when a man got to be able to say no?
Can't.
What happens when you in a situation and she all her friends done got exactly what she wanted and they tell them, oh, my husband done did this for me, he loves me so much, and she come home talking about how she need this, and you know it's not in the budget.
Yeah,
We have a plan, we're supposed to buy a home. Your friends don't care about that. Your friends sitting here and you still get taken care of by their daddy.
yeah.
They still this, they still that, but you focus on the wrong things.
Come
And
on
if
now.
you let that be the type of man that you are, then every single time your woman says she wants something, she needs something, women always say my least favorite thing is no. I understand that might be your least favorite thing,
That's your
but
biggest
guess
blessing.
what? That's your blessing. That's where your favor is unlocked. That's where your future is. It's in no. What you can deny yourself of will show how much you can be blessed with and trusted
Mhm.
with. So if you have a man and all he says is yes, 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 be careful. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing that he can splurge on you and pour into you, but you need to ask yourself, can this man tell me no? If the times came where he needed to, or would he sit there because he is so focused on making me happy that he would forsake the purpose and the plan that God has given him just to please me?
Well, that's a whole mouthful, man.
Mm, mm,
Goodness.
mm.
Okay, I
I
like
want to hear
that.
that point number 3, brother.
Point number 3. Man, buckle up.
Come on, take me pause. Just say what you need to say. I don't know where I was going with that, but it wasn't gonna come out right.
Somebody come get your man.
Take me on a journey.
Man,
There
that's
we go.
hilarious. Uh, man, point number 3. The difference between a man that marrying for her versus marrying for God is the get to versus have to,
Mhm.
right? Get to versus have to, right? When a man is marrying for God, I get to marry this woman, right?
Yeah,
I get to provide for her
yeah,
to whatever capacity. I get to put a smile on her face.
yeah,
I get to serve her,
yeah,
right? I get to get her nails done,
yeah.
right? I get to put her in a nice house,
Mhm,
right? I get to take her to church and show her to my family and my friends.
mhm,
I get to present her to the church,
mhm,
right? Without wrinkle, without anything on her. I get to do these things versus I have to.
mhm,
Man, I gotta buy this ring, bro.
mhm,
Right? I
mhm,
have to now. We have to pay for this wedding.
mhm.
Now she wants to get a bigger house, so we have to do this. Right? Kids need something else. We have to do this.
Yep.
Right? How you view what you do will determine how you do what you do. So when you have that get to mentality, it's a blessing. When you have that have to mentality, it's a burden. Right? It's a burden. You can't wait to get on the phone with the guys. You can't wait to hop on the sticks. You can't wait for another guy night
Yeah.
because you're like, I just need to get away, bro.
Mhm,
But when you get to do something, you can't wait to create space for your wife on your calendar. You
mhm.
can't wait to schedule another night. You can't wait to initiate. You can't wait to learn how to make love to her mind, her body, her spirit, her soul.
Yeah,
You can't wait to pray for her.
yeah.
It's the difference between the get to how to, brother.
Bro, the vigor that a man has towards his woman, towards serving, towards his obligations and responsibilities when he wants to do something, when he gets to do something,
Yeah,
is totally different than a man that is doing something simply because he has to.
yeah,
I even think about it like when you look at men when they go to work, there's a difference in a man that's working somewhere that he's excited, that gives him purpose, that he feels like fulfills him.
yeah,
There's a difference in that man and a man that's just going to the job because he got to pay his bills,
yeah,
right? And I'm not talking about the job per se, because see, if you have a get to mentality, even if your job is something that you just have to do, your perspective going into that job is not one of degradation or one of, I just can't wait to get out of here and go home. I can't stand going to no. It's I've been blessed with the opportunity to be able to take care of my family, to take care of my wife, to use this money to propel me to the next stage in my life. I'm grateful for this responsibility. It's not a burden, right? This is something that's been put into my care to take care of, something for me to steward well,
yeah,
right? You take a totally different approach when you have a get to mentality versus a have to mentality. And I look at a lot of just even when you think about the process of getting married, there are so many things that you have to plan for, that you have to go into,
yeah,
right? When men want to get married, they're showing everything off.
yeah.
They're excited to fill their boys in. Bro, honestly, you look at that ring about 15 times just in this episode alone. Okay. I'm excited for you. I've been sitting here for the last couple months. I wonder when Rex gonna get his ring. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see it, man. My boy gonna be walking around with that
Yeah.
ring on his finger, taken. Before you even come talk
Uh,
to me. It's an excitement.
no facts.
It's an
Yeah,
excitement, bro. And people can feel it.
yeah,
There's a difference, bro. When a man doing it because he just got to do it, bro, it's just like, yeah, man, got all these bills to pay. It's all about the money. It's not about, man, I'm excited to get to this day, man, because
oh man.
I've been waiting for this woman. I've been patient for this woman. And I even think about it like this. We talked about conviction. Another thing that happens when you're doing it for the right reasons and you have a get to mentality. Is think about how you've been denying yourself
Yeah,
so many ways, how you've been trying to honor her. All these things that you've been doing, bro, to make sure you get to have a beautiful wedding day. You get to have a beautiful marriage. You get to walk in the right type of covenant. You get to have that beautiful honeymoon night.
yeah,
It's a different type of excitement. And so when you struggle, it does not mean you are not in a get to mindset because some days are hard,
yeah,
some things are difficult, or sometimes you feel down. That's not what we're saying. But it's how far you're willing to go down that path before you get checked and you say, hold on, we blessed, bruh.
yeah,
Think about what we get to do because of what we're doing right now.
yeah.
Think about where we're headed because of the ways that we're grinding right now. So I absolutely rock with that, man.
Man, and just think about it like this. And for y'all who are listening, for the women that are watching, I want you to ask yourself this. If you heard this from your man, which one sounds better? It's time for the guys to go home.
Mhm.
And one says, man, I have to go home to my wife, man. And the other one says, man, I get to go home to my wife, man.
Mhm.
What sounds better,
Yeah.
right? It's a different energy that you have.
Yeah.
I get to take care of something. The get to
Yeah.
is like you see her as a gift from God,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say have to is a curse,
Yeah. No, but I
but
get you though.
that's that energy.
It's a dark spirit, bro.
Yeah,
It's a dark spirit, depending on the context, of course.
yeah,
But I even think about it like this. My boys told me they said they knew you changed. And the reason why they knew he changed is because this boy would
yeah,
I would rather, that's a choice.
yeah.
That's a desire. This boy would rather lay up with his girl than come hang out with us. Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. It doesn't mean I don't have times where it's like, man, I miss my guys. I want to go kick it with y'all. But like, if we doing this 10 times out of 10,
Yeah,
9.99999 times out of 10, I want to be with my woman,
yep,
right? I would much rather kick it with her. And I'm not saying this for no reason. I enjoy my woman's presence.
yep,
I enjoy spending time with her. I enjoy the challenge that comes with being with my woman.
yep,
I enjoy the growth that comes with being with my woman. I enjoy having my woman around my guys. I don't have to separate the two because I'm actually with somebody that has joined a part of my lifestyle and my lifestyle has joined her in a healthy way.
yep.
I don't have to deal with that type of things. I get to.
Man, that's a blessing. Major blessing. And fellas, hear me when I say this. Like, check me out when I say this. I was on the call with my guys the other day and I asked them this question. When it comes to your relationship, do you think about I get to do this or do you think I have to do this? And one of my guys said, wait a minute, get to is a thing? Like you can think like that?
Uh,
Right. I didn't know that was a
an
thought you
option.
could have,
Yeah.
right? I thought it was always have to, got to, need
Mhm.
to. I was like, no, those are thinking errors.
Mhm.
Right? But when you get to do something, if you don't know how to think like that, I just want you to try doing that. The next time she is asking you to do something, I want you to say to yourself, I get to take care of her.
Yeah.
The next time she's asking you to pray for the family, I want you to say to yourself, I get to cover my family in prayer.
Yeah.
The next time she's asking you, hey, did you cover that bill? I get to make sure my family has a house over there, the house under above their head,
Yeah.
right? I want you to just to try to even say it out loud. It's gonna feel uncomfortable. It's gonna feel foreign. It may be scary, but
Mhm.
I want you to try to challenge yourself because if you never challenge your thinking, you will never think that way.
Yeah.
You're always going to see her as a burden. Every time she has a request or she has a question, you're going to view her like somebody that's complaining, somebody that's you don't ever feel good enough for. But when you have the mentality that I get to take care of her,
Mhm.
I get to love her, I get to sacrifice for her, I get to go to work to bring this back to my wife and my
Mhm.
family, God has blessed you different because He realizes that you see what He has blessed you with as a blessing and
Yeah.
not as a burden.
Yes, that's good, bro. And I think on a deeper note, the reason why many men we don't look at it as a get to is because how it's only ever been presented to us by other men is
Man,
I have to,
that's the biggest thing.
right? We don't see a lot of men talking about the positives of their marriage, right? We don't see a lot of men, and also a lot of times the happy man ain't outside where you at. A lot of times those happy men, they're not going to be in the same spaces where you are as a young man as you're growing and developing and getting your mindset about what it means to be a husband, right? When you running out in the streets, ain't no happy man in the streets, happy man at home.
Yeah. Come
right?
on now.
Happy men, they quiet. They keep a lot of stuff to themselves, and it would do some good to hear happy men be a little bit louder. Right? It would do some good because we need positive examples. We
Yeah.
need somebody that says like what you said. You get to do this.
Yeah.
Because some men actually are longing for the happy mindset. They're longing to hear what the happy men are saying. But because it's not what's coming up on their timelines, which is also your responsibility because your algorithm reflects you.
Yeah.
But
Check us out
because
now.
exactly, but because you don't see it, you don't think that this is a possibility for you. And I heard somebody say, they said the God you speak of, the God you think of is the God you get.
That's good.
And they're
That's
like,
powerful.
if you only see God as somebody who keeps you, accountable for your sin, you'll never think about him being the God of abundance.
Yeah.
You'll never think about him being the God that not only takes away problems but blesses you with prosperity.
Yeah.
Right? And a lot of people's walk in general, whether it's with God or just how they see the world in general, is that you see the world from a dim point of view
Yeah.
as a place that's out to get you.
Yeah.
You don't see the world as a place that's for yours for the taking,
Yeah.
right? As an opportunity, you see it as, like you said, an obstacle.
Yeah.
So, um, changing your perspective, I wrote in my book, I say the way you see the world changes the world you see.
Mm.
So how you see it, that's gonna be the world you
Yeah.
get. So, like Rex said, if you haven't thought about saying I get to, and I want to
Try
say
that.
one more thing, because I had this exact conversation with my lady, was it yesterday, day before yesterday, like 2 days ago. We were just talking about a circumstance where we were going back and forth about what sacrifice looks like,
Mm.
right? Her version versus my version. And as I'm talking about, my version as a man, um, one thing that I realized that I'm telling her a lot of stuff that I gotta do. I gotta do this. This is my responsibility. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta, right? Like I have to do these things. But I had to preface it by the end of it because I realized I said, if I don't preface this the right way, she's gonna feel like she's overwhelming to me. That all these things that I have to do are too much. And I said, but I want you to understand something. I'm not complaining about that. I signed up for this. This is what I want. I know what comes with what I asked for,
Yeah.
right? And I'm ready and willing, and I'm gonna always sign up for what it takes to go to the next level.
Yeah.
That don't mean I'm always like it,
Yep.
but it does mean I'm always willing.
Yep.
And there's a difference between a willing spirit and somebody who is just doing stuff because they're getting drugged to do it. That's not willingness, that's
Yep.
servitude,
Yep.
and not the right type.
Yep.
So that's all I gotta say on that.
Man, that's powerful. You got to drag him in. You got to drag him
Don't
around.
have to drag them around. A lot of men having to be drug around their relationships. A lot of women feel like they got to drag their husband to do every little thing with them. Got to drag them on a date.
Yep. Absolutely. So I will say this. I'll end by saying this. Ladies, if you have a man that you feel like you have to drag in and drag around, you feel like he's not holding himself accountable, you feel like he is not remembering to initiate or remembering to communicate. Listen, I have a thing called the Morning Mastery Meetup. We meet every single morning 6:55 to 7:55 a.m. All you have to do literally is go to Instagram. I am Rex Howard Jr. Click the link in my bio. Registration is now open. Now, we've been closed off for months,
Man,
right? We just celebrated our 1 year anniversary in Atlanta, Georgia. 12 guys finished the first year off, uh, flying colors, many transformations. So if that's something that you're looking for your husband or for your boyfriend, and if you're a man out there, you just want to grow, you want to learn, you want to become more mentally, spiritually, emotionally, like you want to learn how to communicate better, you want to learn how to confront better, you want to learn how to hold other people accountable without feeling disrespected. This is the space to be in. The Morning Mastery Meetup, where you can be held accountable, you can grow, you can learn, you can become, and you can consistently sharpen your irons. And if that's something that you need, I got you.
where can they find you?
Absolutely. So you can find me at on Instagram. I am Rex Howard Jr. You can find me on TikTok, same name. If you need counseling inside of the state of Texas, you can go to Psychology Today, or you can go to resolvecc.com, book a session. If you're outside the state of Texas and you don't want to focus on your trauma, you want to focus on mentally, like becoming better. You want to focus on getting unstuck. You want to focus on getting to the next level. Premarital counseling, marriage, kids, switching careers, mindset. Then you can go to resolvecc.com and book a coaching call with me, and I'll take care of you.
Absolutely. Man, if you guys were impacted by this conversation, if you've been blessed by two brothers that are spirit led and, in this world, but not of this
Come
world,
on now.
right? If that has empowered you, if this is giving you some level of excitement about your life, and you want to see this brought to your schools, you want to see this brought to your corporations, you want to see this brought into your organization, you want your students poured into, you want your teachers and staff, you want your coworkers, your management team to be able to be filled with somebody that is walking in the light. I want you to go to www.milesthemillennial.com. That is Miles with a Y. I'm a motivational speaker and a best-selling author, and I want to come into your organization or school and not only change your minds, but also change your lives. Let's give a
Absolutely.
message that's going to change them and fill them with a spirit that will get you to all the levels of success that you deserve and that you're longing for your team to achieve. Man.
100%.
Oh, and one last thing. Let's tell y'all something. When we talk about developing and growing as a man, a big part of that is going to be your health,
Yep.
right? Um, and you don't just need products that are good for you physically, you need products that can help you physically, but also mentally
Yep.
and emotionally. Guys, we want to talk about today's sponsor and the lead sponsor of Let's Talk Like Men podcast, which is Natural E Man. We are so grateful to be sponsored by them. This product we've been using for what, 3 or 4 months now?
Yep.
Helps us when we go to the gym and we're working out. You get that pump. It's filled with all these great nutrients and ingredients. That is just an all day, everyday supplement. Has different things, and I believe it has ashwagandha in it, which
Yep.
helps with your calmness. So you're talking about your mood being better, your emotional state being better. Mentally, you are sharp and focused. And then when it comes time to be a man, it's gonna definitely take care of you in that way. Rex, you got anything to say about it?
Absolutely. This is your one-stop shop. Dr. Quentin Cancel, board certified urologist, is our good friend, fraternity brother as well. And
Yes,
this
sir.
brother created something that's absolutely amazing. Like you said, energy, focus, uh, brain fog. You get rid of all of that. When it comes time to intimacy, or it makes you feel like you're unstoppable. You know what I'm saying? So listen, fellas, married, single, dating, engaged, doesn't matter what it is. Even women, your partners can try this as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
All you have to do we have our link set up?
Yes, we do. You can go to our website or go to our Instagram or any of our TikToks, whatever. The link will be in the Bible. The Bible.
That boy
See,
been in
hey,
that
been in
word.
that word. Will be in our bio and help us out. We're helping you out. Make sure you purchase it through our links. We've had a lot of y'all purchase, but sometimes y'all don't purchase through the link.
Right.
So make sure you go through our links so that way we can get our commission. We can make sure everything is credited the proper way. And if this podcast has been blessing you, help us out and be a blessing to us back. Make sure you're sharing the podcast. We appreciate you guys, and we'll catch you again next time. Peace.
Peace.